This next news article comes to us from Darren Bonthus over at GameSpot. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra game revealed with a new trailer featuring Captain America and Black Panther. A first look at Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra has just dropped at the Game Developers Conference during the State of Unreal presentation, showing off more of the game's story and gameplay. Set in the middle of World War II, the original story from Uncharted's Amy Hennig and her Skydance new media studio focuses on Captain America, Black Panther, and their allies as they work to liberate Paris from the Axis forces. While Captain America and Black Panther are heroes in their own right, the two don't immediately see eye to eye. It's not long before the King of Wakanda and the first Avenger are at one another's throats. In addition to Captain America and Black Panther, players will also explore occupied Paris as Gabriel Jones, a U.S. soldier and member of the Howling Commandos, and Nanali, a Wakandan spy embedded in the city. This game's version of Captain America is described as a young version of Steve Rogers, while the man underneath the Wakandan armor is Azuri, the grandfather of the modern era's Black Panther T'Challa. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is being developed in Unreal Engine 5 and also makes use of the facial animation tool MetaHuman Animator to help create more authentic performances. This is the same tool being used in Ninja Theory's Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga to produce realistic facial expressions. According to Hennig, all the sequences in the first trailer were pulled directly from the game running in real time. Hennig added that her goal has always been to create cinematic and immersive experiences that allow a player to feel like they're in a movie, but with all the player agency expected from a video game. In the past, this has always felt like it was just beyond our grasp, Hennig said, but I think we're finally crossed the threshold. When we're telling a character-driven story, it's critical for us to faithfully capture every nuance of our actors' stellar performances. So we've been incredibly grateful to partner with our friends on the MetaHuman team to tell our story. In a blog post on the Marvel website, the cast for Marvel 1943 was also revealed. Players can expect to hear the following voices, bringing the iconic new characters introduced in the game to life. Drew Morlang as Captain America and Steve Rogers, Carrie Payton as Black Panther and Azuri, Mark K. Richardson as Gabriel Jones, Megalyn Echikunwoke as Nanali, and Joel Johnston as Howard Stark. Marvel 1943 was first revealed in 2022, is one of the several Marvel games in development currently. Apparently, Deathloop Studio Arcane Line is working on a Blade game, while EA is working on Iron Man, Black Panther, and a mystery Marvel game. Game is slated for 2025. Whew, that was a lot of information, but Adrian, did you watch this trailer?
Did I watch it? Let me start off by saying, hold on. I think we all already know this by now, but Amy Hennig does not miss. Nope. Okay? And this trailer is more evidence of that. How good was this trailer, this preview? My goodness.
It was incredible. It was when the first time I saw it, funny enough, was I was scrolling through Instagram and Jeff Keighley posted a video from his phone during the conference. Like, it was a recording that he took of the screen while sitting in the front row at the conference. So it was like really bad quality, and it almost looked like a leak. Like, it looked like he was like leaking this information. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is he thinking? He's gonna get in so much trouble. Like, oh, this looks amazing. What is going on? You can barely see it. And then, like, obviously, like, not long after, then the official videos were out on, YouTube and stuff like that. Like, no way. Like, the stuff she's doing, like, yeah, already from like a narrative standpoint, she doesn't miss. Like, she nails it every time.
This makes me incredibly excited and also enraged, because look at how good this project is slating to turn out, and then think about the project that we lost, the Star Wars project.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Look what we could have had.
The Knights of the Old Republic remake you're talking about? Or you're talking about the Mandalorian one, the Mandalorian.
No. The Star Wars game that Amy was working on.
Oh, right. Well, I think that's what eventually that evolved in the Mandalorian one, but that one also just got canceled. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, that one she was doing originally. Imagine. So
what a bonehead move to get rid of that. Well, I guess you know what? It all worked out, because now we're getting this. So
yeah,
that worked out. But yeah, man, this game looks amazing. The character models are mind-blowingly good. Unreal 5 is nuts.
It's almost at times hard to even, like, it's so realistic looking. I was like, there's times where I'm like, oh, is this like a live? It was hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Like, I'll just put it at that. Like, it's hard to even explain because it doesn't make sense. Like, obviously in my brain, I know it's a video game, but there's a few times like that looks like it could just be like live action from a film set. Like it doesn't look real, like something I'd take on my phone, but it looks real, something you'd see from a Hollywood movie. Like,
brother, we're getting closer and closer to getting out of the uncanny valley, dude.
And it's crazy. Yeah. The facial animations, just the movements, like when Black Panther's like jumping across the rooftops and like the way his body's moving is even like very like looks similar to what it looked like in the Black Panther movie. You know, I was like, oh man. I mean, granted, that's all a lot of that CG as well, but like I was saying,
conversation between he and Cap at the end.
Yeah.
So good.
It's wild where technology is at now. Like when we first saw the Unreal demo there, I guess a couple years ago now, you know, it was one of those things where it almost seemed too good to be true. It's like, it'll never actually look like this in game. This is a tech demo. And then they released that Matrix demo. It's like, again, yeah, like, okay, this looks cool, but
this is a one-off.
Still just a tech demo. Like, it's not an actual game. You can't do anything. It's just a world with stuff happening. And now that we're actually seeing like things in action, like Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and then this game, it's like, okay, no, this is the real deal. This is legit.
They're cooking.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it too, the first thing I thought of is how long before Kojima switches to using this? Because like they're using the Decima engine,
Guerrilla's old engine.
Yeah, that Guerrilla uses for is it used for both of their Horizon games. So it's like it's good. The Decima engine's capable of a lot. Like, I mean, Horizon Forbidden West, their second game, is one of the most beautiful games on the PlayStation 5. Like they max that out, but it's like even still, like seeing this now, it's like, oh, this is just the beginning. People are just figuring out how to use Unreal 5. Imagine in like 5-10 more years, you know, people like really know what they're doing with this engine. It's gonna be insane.
I think this is Kojima's last one, and then he's probably gonna look into Unreal. What is the new one? Pheasant? I guess that one's probably gonna be Unreal 5.
The PlayStation
and I think the one he's
exclusive.
doing with Jordan Peele, isn't that Unreal 5?
I don't know.
Overdose?
For sure. It might have said in the trailer. I don't remember though.
But also, I want to let's not sleep on it. Like, Death Stranding 2 looked equally as good.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we said, they're using Decima engine, which Horizon Forbidden West looks amazing. So it's like Decima engine has the power in it. It just, I'm sure it takes a lot of finessing and work to get it there. Where like
modifications,
Unreal Engine 5, I'm sure it's still a lot of work, but I'm sure it's they definitely made it seem effortless. Like in this trailer, I'm like, oh my gosh, like. I mean, from the tech demos to the trailer, like every instance we've seen of it, every instance we've seen so far of Unreal Engine 5 almost makes it seem too easy. And it's like, that's what's wild, is like simplifying this technology where people can just make gorgeous things with just some scans and this AI, basically. Like, I assume that's what a lot of the realistic features that are happening, the metahuman stuff, is just using like AI to animate and all that.
With the stretchy skin and
to simulate exactly all the simulations. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I can't wait for more about this game. I hope it comes out next year. I don't know. I just feel like nowadays 9 times out of 10 games get delayed.
Yeah, I stopped believing in game release in game release dates when they first like drop. It's like, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna you keep that date, and then I'll check back again in about 3 to 4, maybe even 6 months. If you still have that same date at that point, it's probably coming out.
Yeah,
but you got to give them a good wide berth, because you never know what's gonna happen, and maybe that's just a date that they'd like to hit. You know?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Also, I'm excited to see some gameplay. They didn't show actual, well, at least that the trailer is very cinematic. They could have shown gameplay. We just couldn't tell because it all looks so beautiful.
Do we know what kind of game it's supposed to be?
But that's what I was saying. Like, we don't really know what type of game it's even supposed to be. I would assume it's like an action adventure type game, similar to, Uncharted.
Somebody said if this is another on one of the comments, they said if the cutscene ends and it turns out to be another Marvel card game, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. And I said, I totally understand, dude. Because they love to do that. They love to put the craziest like previews and trailers and setups for this, and then it just turns into a mobile card game. It's
like Midnight Suns,
brother.
Which my buddy writes in the show sometimes, Sir Brains a lot. He's been so high on Midnight Suns, like he loves it. But that's what that is, like where like the cutscenes are amazing, like super cinematic, really cool. Like he says it's a really good story, like it's an amazing story. But then, yeah, the gameplay is like this card game, which he enjoys. He loves it. He loves the strategy and all that. But I'm like, no, I'd rather just beat up some superheroes and stuff, some bad guys. Like, don't give me the card game. Get out of here. Like Marvel. That would be so sad. Imagine that. Like, this game looks so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And then it's like, cuts over to like, all right, now you're going to play the chess.
Let's not even entertain it. Okay. Let's not even put that energy out there. We're good. We're good.
It's like an auto battler or game or whatever like that. Or auto chess or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.